Good evening, dear kids. Today I am continuing with your exercise 3.3, question number 3. In that we have form the pair of linear equations for the following problems and find their solution by substitution method. The difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. So we do not know the numbers, so we can put it, let your first number, just one second. Let your first number be x and your second number be y. Your first part of the sentence states that the difference between two numbers is 26. So you can write x minus y is 26, and that will become your equation number 1. And further it says, and one number is 3 times the other. So if I take x, it is 3 times y. So that's your equation number 2. For your equation number 2, you have to make it into the standard notation. So it will be something like this. So you have two equations. One is this and one is this. And you have to solve it. Okay, one second. Okay, you have to solve this by substitution method. Yes, how you will solve it? The previous one you have solved all the exercise previous problems by using substitution method. How you will put it? Like for example, you have your first equation x minus y is equal to 26. So you will make a subject x and it will be 26 plus y. So what is the value of x here? 26 plus y, and that value of x you have to put it in your second equation, that is x minus 3y is equal to 0. So x is 26 plus y and this minus 3y is equal to 0. From here you will get 26 minus 2y is equal to 0. If I take this 2y here, it will be 2y is equal to 26, and from there you will get value of y as 13. Once you got value of y as 13, you have to put it in any one equation. Once you got value of y as 13, you can put it x minus y is equal to 26. So y is 13. So x will be 26 plus 13, that is 39. So you got two values. Is that clear? Okay. Similarly, we have problem number 2. I'll make up the equations and you have to solve them. Problem number 2 says the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds smaller by 18 degree. So you have larger of two supplementary angles. So we do not know. So let one angle be x and its supplementary be y. We know what you mean by supplementary is that the addition is 180. So in it itself it will become your equation number 1. Okay. And your second condition says that the difference between them is 18. So x minus y is 18. Okay, that becomes your equation number 2. Any one equation, make a subject and use that subject into your second equation. Can you do that? Okay, I'll jump on to problem number 3. And it says, the coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls. So we do not know the number of bats. So we will write number of bats is equal to x and number of balls is equal to y. So if he buys 7 bats, so 7 into x, 7x, and 6 balls, so 6 into y, 6y, and the total he has to pay is 3,800. So that will become your equation number 1. But later she buys 3 bats and 5 balls. So 3 bats, so 3 into x, plus 5 balls, so 5 into y, and total she pays 1750 rupees, and that's your equation number 2. Okay, like this you got two equations, and similar manner as I have taught you that you have to make substitution method the best method. You have to take your first equation, make any one as a subject, either x or y. You can make a subject, and that subject you have to use in your equation number 2. If you have not understood the substitution method, then you have to go through the previous video which I have sent you yesterday, so that the points are more clear. Then I'll jump on to problem number 4, which says the taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. और जब हम टैक्सी में बैठते हैं तो आपने देखा होगा कि उसके मीटर में एक फिक्स चार्ज होता है एंड देन एक वेरिएबल चार्ज होता है. वेरिएबल चार्ज डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ मैनी किलोमीटर्स द टैक्सी इज रनिंग. सो फिक्स चार्ज आई डोंट नो, वेरिएबल डिपेंड करेगा कि आप कितने किलोमीटर जा रहे हो. So it is further says for a distance of 10 km the charge paid is 105, and for a journey of 15 km the charge paid is 155. So fixed cost I do not know, so I'll keep let fixed cost be x and the variable cost which varies, which keep on changing as per the kilometers, variable cost be y. सो वॉट वी विल डू, अब x तो रहेगा ही रहेगा प्लस y जितने आप किलोमीटर्स चले हो. तो पहले केस में यू हैव गॉन फॉर 10 किलोमीटर्स, सो 10y विल बी योर कॉस्ट. फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट के साथ आप ऐड करोगे वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एंड टोटल यू हैव पेड टू द ड्राइवर 105 रुपीज़. ओके, एंड नाउ if you have another case, so that's your equation number 1. In your another case, fixed cost will be same, but the distance you have covered is 15 kilometers, so the variable cost will be 15y, and the total cost you paid to the driver is 155, and that's your equation number 2. My dear kids, only difficult part here is to make up, to actually understand the question well and put up into the equations well. If your equations are very clear, then to put up, to again solve it by substitution method is a second step, and that is quite easy step. So first step is you to understand the theory, understand the question very well and make the equations very well. Clear? So that was your fourth. I'll jump on to fifth, which says a fraction becomes 9 upon 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. So I don't know the numerator, so I'll keep numerator as x. I don't know the denominator as well, so I'll keep denominator as y. So my fraction is x upon y. And it says if I'm adding 2 on both the sides, that is numerator and denominator, my fraction is becoming 9 upon 11. Now this is not a linear equation. I can make it a linear equation by just solving this equation. I'll cross multiply and it will be 11 bracket x plus 2 is equal to 9 bracket y plus 2. When I open up the brackets, and I'll keep my equation in the standard form, that is all x and y variables on left hand side and numbers on right hand side. So that will be called as equation number 1. Sorry. And further the problem says if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, what was my numerator x and denominator y? Now if 3 is added, my dear kids, my fraction is becoming 5 upon 6. 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 5 upon 6. And this also, it is not a linear equation. So how we will convert this into a linear equation? By solving it. So 6 जाएगा x plus 3 के पास, 5 आएगा y plus 3 के पास. जब आप ओपन करेंगे तो you will get a nice equation. So that will be your equation number 2. Got my point clear? So we have made two equations, that is equation 1 and equation 2. And these both equations, when you solve them by substitution method, you will get the value of x and y. And my dear kids, when you are giving the answer, what they have asked in the question, find the fraction. So whatever value of x you are getting, whatever value of y you are getting, you cannot keep the answer like this. You have to put up into the fraction. For example, x you are getting as 3 and y you are getting as 5. So you have to say answer is 3 upon 5. So that will be your 1 mark will be given for this kind of stuffs. If at end you are not presenting your answer in a fraction form, then it will be considered as incorrect. Okay. Okay, next we have problem number 6, which says 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times as that of his son. So we do not know son, we'll keep it as x. We do not know Jacob's age, so we will keep it as y. एंड योर इक्वेशन नंबर 1 सेज दैट 5 years hence, 5 years hence मतलब 5 सालों के बाद, 5 सालों के बाद दोनों में मैं 5 ऐड करूँगी, yes, and age of Jacob, so y plus 5 will be 3 times age of his son, so that makes your equation number 1. Yes, my dear kids, you have to open up the bracket, get into a nice linear equation, that is your variables on one side and your numbers on other side. So that will make your equation as this. That will be called as your exact equation number 1. Then you have, further it says, 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. So son is x, Jacob is y, as we have kept. 5 years ago means minus 5, and now Jacob's age will be 7 times son's age. That will be your equation. Again, you have to open up the brackets, keep it into a linear form and make it as equation number 2. Once you got 2 equations, my dear kids, the problem will be very easy. Why very easy? Because you have to just solve it now. You don't have to do anything else. You have to just make a nice substitution, make a subject, and that subject has to be utilized in your second equation to get another variable. Is that clear? Okay, so you have to solve completely. I have just given you the equations, because if you notice my previous video, I have explained you the substitution method. You have to just use that method and find the answers. Is that clear? I'll stop it here. God bless.